President Burke, Dr. Hanson, members of the board, and to all of our Warren families. Welcome to Inside Warren, as we take a look at the many construction projects throughout the district. Our goal is to maintain financial stability while at the same time investing in efficiencies. I am currently on the campus of Warren Central High School, just right outside door 25 and door 27. They are currently in the process of erecting the new Hall of Fame, which will open this spring, as well as renovating door 27, which is our main entry to the Performing Arts Center. But we'll come back to Warren Central High School here in a few. We're going to start off by taking a look at some of our phenomenal elementary schools, starting with Grassy Creek. It wouldn't be a trip to Grassy Creek, again, a 2021 National Blue Ribbon School, without talking to one of our outstanding educators. And with us to really introduce some aspects of this new space that you guys are now occupying is Mrs. Amy Abbey, who has been in Warren Township for 27 years. So yes. When you look at where we started just through the whole construction phase and some of the older classrooms that, as we well know, it was time for renovation.
Definitely.
What has this transition been like for you?
It's been challenging, but worth it. It's been challenging being in a smaller room with not all my materials, but coming back and being able to be in my classroom is all worth it.
And what will a space like this do for instruction and just the overall teaching and learning environment?
Well, the space helps because there's room. There's room to move, and with kindergarten we move a lot.
Bob, we are outside now. We have some of the construction that's going on. I can hear the trucks in the background. Man, it's 21 degrees outside. I'm ready to go. So can you take us through and show us exactly what we have going on during this phase?
Yeah, absolutely. As you can see, we've started our steel erection for the new gymnasium and new addition on the project.
But when you start this process on the ground level, what goes into building a facility like a gym?
There's a lot more than most people would know, of course. I mean, it starts below ground, 9 feet below ground. We've got new storm system that's gone through here and drainage for the parking lot that will go around this and the landscaping around it. Then we build up the pad and start, our foundation, start our slab, and then we start our steel. So it looks, that there's not a lot right here, but there's a lot below this actually that we've done, and it's taken us months to get to this point, to be honest.
Welcome back. We're here at Lowell Elementary School, and if you hear the sound of children talking, we are in the newly renovated cafeteria here at Lowell. It is a sight to see, and I'm here with our site manager, Phil, and he's going to get us caught up to speed with all the neat things that are going on here at Lowell.
The gym, the big features on the gym, the floor is a fluid applied floor, a little softer. It's just a kind of rolled mat, painted. The bleachers are motorized. That makes it a lot easier to clean up and put back. The biggest cool feature I think for me are the basketball hoops. Can be controlled by a remote to lower them and raise them. So I think that's a little newer. New scoreboards, the new sound battens. Those are kind of the features out here. And it's just office over there.
So, Phil, I'm going to challenge you right now, okay? We have these new basketball rims, motorized, all right? And I want to be one of the first people to hit a three-point shot here at Lowell, okay? So, with the hard hat on and the boots, little kids ball, nothing but net. We are now here with our fearless leader, principal of Lowell Elementary School, Mrs. Kim Griffin. How are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Well, again, this whole construction project here at Lowell over the past year, this is where we started at, is truly transformative. It went from being one of the oldest buildings, if not the oldest building in the district, to now one of the newer looking buildings. So if you could describe to us the impact that this whole process has had on the teaching and learning environment here at Lowell?
I mean, it's just been huge. We've been super excited about this whole process starting. We have been very adamant about we're all going to work together to make sure that it goes off well. We've got a great team effort with Phil and his team. And I think if you just see the students' faces, you can see the impact. They're super excited about the new spaces. The classrooms are updated. Teachers are loving it. New furniture, just new spaces that really help us to instruct students in the best way possible.
We are now at Pleasant Run Elementary, the home of the Panthers. And with us today is Senior Project Manager from Skillman, Mr. Tony Heath. Tony, good morning. How are you doing?
Doing great.
All right.
It's not raining, so it's a great day.
Right, but you know, just in case it started raining, I'm prepared. You know, obviously I have my signature hat, okay,
Yep.
my Warren Wheel hat. I have my Warren Wheel boots. So I'm ready to check out this awesome facility that I see is continuing to progress. So let's play a little construction Jeopardy, okay?
All right.
So for 100 points, all right. Okay, so let's talk about, we hear a lot about footings and foundation work. Can you explain what does that consist of?
Okay. Well, the footings will be are concrete, and there'll be, you know, there's strip footings that go underneath the walls, and there's expanded footings that go underneath the steel structure. So each column has an expanded footing, and so that's concrete, and then we'll come up off of that. Typical detail, and the detail on this building is that's the foundation wall then is masonry.
So when you say footing, it's like in order to put those big steel columns in, you have to have something to sit them in. Is that accurate?
Keep them from not pushing down through the mud.
And we don't want that. Okay, we've heard a lot about underground storage, but specifically like underground plumbing. I see we have about 95% of the underground plumbing complete here at Pleasant Run. Can you kind of explain to our viewers, when we talk about underground things, what does that mean?
Well, underground storage on this site is a storm feature that holds all the rain, storm water out of sight. I think you talked about that last month actually on one of the other projects, how it's a safer condition than having a pond.
Yeah, the retention ponds, yeah.
So that's the underground storage. Underground plumbing is just the pipe work, storm pipe, water pipe, sanitary sewer pipe that's just running underground and connects to the site utilities.
All right, and then the last thing is, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but you know, you already talked about steel, but just like the concrete slabs, what does that refer to, the concrete slabs?
Well, that's the floor.
Okay.
I mean, in all the buildings, I mean, it's another slab's another term for floor. Pretty typical of any addition, you're going to have that, and then of course whatever floor coverings are at the top of that.
Well, Tony, I want to thank you for playing Construction Jeopardy.
Did I win?
You made it to the final round. Okay,
Good.
so let's go check out the rest of the facility.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So we're out here on the campus of Pleasant Run, and we happen to run into one of our phenomenal Warren Central grads who went through our Walker Career Center program, and he is now a full-time employee here working on the project here at Pleasant Run, construction-wise. This is Devin Geis. Devin, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How about y'all?
We're doing good. So Devin, you're the class of 2020?
Yes, sir.
Class of
Big
2020. Big 2020. That's right. Some of the toughest kids I know. That was a tough end to the year, right?
For real, it was.
So Devin, what prepared you how did Warren Central Walker Career Center prepare you for what you're doing today?
It prepared me a lot because we had to take small steps that I use every day out here, as in measuring tapes, basic math that I need every day. So it's like, it helps you a lot.
And what were some of the courses you took at the Career Center?
I took Walker Career Center building trades class, Mr. Everett. He was the construction teacher.
We're now inside of Pleasant Run Elementary School, and I have with us this morning the principal of Pleasant Run, Travis Plumer. Travis, how you doing this morning?
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us.
Well, this is a great time to be a Panther here at Pleasant Run, and with all the construction, and you know, we have to talk below right now because we're in this new renovated area, and we actually have students and teachers that have moved into the new classrooms. So how did that transition work out for you guys in terms of moving and, you know, towards the end of the first semester and actually putting students in a new space?
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Clayton. Our students transitioned a few weeks ago, so we've been using these new spaces as our learning platforms over the last couple of weeks. As you know, prior to this, they were in a temporary location, which brought its own challenges and so forth. But being in these new spaces now with completely renovated classrooms, there's new storage areas, whiteboards instead of chalkboards, just opens up some great opportunities for our kids here at Warren.
We are back, and we are at Warren Central High School, the home of the Warrior Nation. And as you can see, we have made a lot of progress just from this past month. And with us today from Skillman to help us through some of the changes that we're going to see here, because we're getting ready to open up lots 4 and 5 here in the month of December. We have Chris Combs with us. Chris, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
We're doing well. So Chris, first and foremost, again, as I've already mentioned, we've made a lot of progress just within the last month. So where are we at now here on the west side of campus?
Well, where we are is we are finished paving in lot 5, and then we are going to finish in lot 4 here by, I would say, early next week. And then the main drive going down along the school is also going to be paved out as well. So we're going to finish that paving. It's going to be nice to have access like that.
Well, Chris, we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day. Obviously, we have a lot going on here, but we know when we come back next month in January that we're going to be ready to cut the ribbon and look at something that's going to benefit our staff, our students, as well as our community. So appreciate your time.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, we now have with us the principal here at Warren Central High School, principal here in the Warrior Nation, Mr. Rich Shepler. Mr. Shepler, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, Mr. Clayton. How about yourself?
Man, I'm great. I'm on this turf right now. I'm feeling athletic for the first time in years. I'm feeling fast, but that's a whole nother story.
Door 14 over there on the northwest side of the school building, where the field house is, where the natatorium is, that just became such a hot spot. We had cars backing up, line of traffic everywhere, all the way out to Post Road, it seemed like some days. And we're going to be able to alleviate that problem with the new parking and how they're going to be able to come in to lot 5 and wrap around, and to be able to drop students off and pick students up at the new door 18. It's going to be, I mean, so much better for our families and students to be able to navigate this campus.
I know we still have a long way to go, but we're definitely seeing progress. Yep, we're definitely seeing progress. So we'll be back here next month, next year, and we look forward to seeing you there.